What's up, everyone? Hope you're all doing well. As I'm sure you've noticed by now, I've been on here a lot more than usual recently, and as I'm sure you would probably assume, it's a lot more than I'd like to be. This is partially because it has meat hooks in my brain, and partially because every time I end up on social media, I end up being made aware of some nuisance. Today's order of business is, if you post or make available to others any music or videos that I have never published, or no authorized distributor has never published on my behalf, or I have unpublished, you're hurting my life. I know that sometimes people will post my intellectual property and say, if the artist asks me to take it down, then I will. But you can kind of always assume that any artist, if they're made aware of this happening or are able to, will almost always at least wish that they could ask you to take it down. Because no matter what, if you are making somebody's intellectual property available for free to the public, you are hurting their business. This does affect my ability to make my living, and therefore my ability to continue to create more stuff. I know that in the era of streaming and since the era of downloads, the idea of paying for exclusively digital content is not very popular, but artists do make a ton of things available to the public for completely free and aren't properly compensated, even by the platforms that do kind of pay out for any of that. And so on the rare occasion that an artist does have the gall to ask to be compensated directly for a piece of art that they create, if you still refuse to support that artist, you are actively negatively impacting their ability to make the thing that you're trying to enjoy. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying, if you don't buy my CDs, I hate you, or fuck you, join my Patreon. I'm saying that if you take the stuff that I made in an attempt to make a living and make it available for free to the public via your own platform, what you've done is you've become my competitor. Imagine if I was trying to sell cheeseburgers, and you really liked my cheeseburgers, and you had the secret formula to my special sauce. You open your own cheeseburger store next door, and you said, you know what, I'm just gonna give these out for free. My cheeseburger store would be dead in a second. Cheeseburger store, that's a restaurant. Now imagine how much harder it would be if you started taking items that used to be on my menu, or started taking recipes that never made it to my menu and started putting them on your menu and making them free. I would be closed within a week's time. Now you might say, well then Will, put it on your menu, but you don't know why it's not on my menu in the first place. Also, I'm not a cheeseburger store. I'm an artist. So there's all kinds of other reasons that might go into a decision like that. Some of them business, some of them just art. So ultimately, what I'm trying to say is, if you take things of mine and make them publicly available for free to others, you are significantly impacting my ability to do what I am doing, and for future cheeseburger store customers to enjoy my cheeseburgers in the long run. Also, it's illegal.